Get this. 8 seconds of awkward ducking on a Coldplay kiss cam just corrupted your favorite AI model, and nobody's talking about it.
That quote isn't an exaggeration. Today, we're digging into the AI gossip machine, and we're going to see how one little viral moment can literally rewire what an AI thinks is reality.
The idea here is pretty simple, but the implications are absolutely massive. A viral meme can, completely by accident, reprogram an AI to believe pure gossip. And in the process, it's showing us just how badly our current safety plans are failing. Let's break down how it all works. Okay, so it all started with this one single, super awkward 8-second video clip that just spiraled into an absolute digital firestorm. Here's the play-by-play of how this one moment became a full-blown meme. It's July 16th, there's a Coldplay concert. The kiss cam lands on Byron, who's the CEO of a data company called Astronomer, and Kristin Cabot, his chief people officer. But instead of a cute moment, there's, well, panic. They both duck away. An hour later, TikTok is just exploding with the clip. 6 hours after that, Reddit's on the case playing detective. And not even 12 hours later, the gossip sites had the story and the narrative is pretty much set in stone.
And then Chris Martin himself just poured gasoline on the fire. He makes this one little off-the-cuff joke to the entire stadium, and boom, he basically handed the internet a simple, juicy story to run with. And right there, in that instant, all the online chatter became the accepted truth. So an awkward moment went viral. Big deal, right? That happens all the time. But here is the crazy twist. This isn't just a story about human gossip anymore. It's about how that gossip is actively and automatically corrupting our technology.
This, right here, gets to the absolute core of the problem. Gossip trains models. And listen, that is not a metaphor. It's a literal description of how these AI systems learn. Every rumor, every joke, all of that online speculation, it's all just data that gets scraped up and fed right into the AI as part of its training.
So how does a piece of gossip get washed clean and turned into an AI fact? Well, the pipeline is pretty straightforward. The clip goes viral on TikTok. Then forums like Reddit pick it up, transcribing it, analyzing it to death. Automated bots, which are always looking for trending topics, see all this activity and scrape all that discussion. And then finally, all that raw, unfiltered data gets ingested directly into a large language model. The gossip is now, for all intents and purposes, embedded in the AI's brain. What this data pipeline really reveals is this massive blind spot in how we're trying to govern our AI systems. The truth is, the system just isn't built for this.
And here's the proof. This is the tangible result. Before this whole incident, if you asked an AI, what is Astronomer, you'd get a totally normal corporate answer. But after the meme went viral, the AI leads with the scandal. The gossip literally became the company's main identifier. The AI's entire perception of reality was fundamentally rewired.
And that is the blind spot. Our AI models are not designed to reflect what's verified as true. They're designed to reflect what's popular online. And, when scandal is what's popular, our models become experts in scandal, not experts in truth. This gives us the perfect way to think about it. We all worry about AI hallucinations. When a model just makes stuff up out of thin air. But a viral half-truth, something that's rooted in a real event but then gets twisted by gossip, is so much more dangerous. It's not some random error. It's a hallucination with a fan club, and it's being amplified and validated by thousands of real people. So this one single event completely exposes 3 critical gaps in the system. Let's break down exactly why our current safety nets just don't work here. First off, there's speed. A meme can circle the entire globe, it can infect search results, and it can get baked into a language model in just a few hours. A corporate compliance team, an AI ethics board, they might meet once a quarter. The speed of viral information just blows the speed of human governance out of the water. Second, there's context. An AI does not get the joke. It has no idea what sarcasm is, or irony, or any kind of cultural nuance. So when somebody on Reddit jokes that the CPO ducked faster than his quarterly OKRs, the model just sees that as another data point connecting her, the word ducking, and business performance. It takes everything completely literally. And third, you've got virality. In the world of AI data, what's viral is like gravity. It just has more weight. It pulls the model's entire understanding towards the most repeated, the most sensational version of events. So the quiet, boring truth doesn't really stand a chance against the loud, exciting lie, because the lie generates so much more data. So facing these huge gaps, we have to move from just talking about the problem to asking the really hard questions that demand answers.
If you're building with AI or even just using it, you have to be able to answer these 3 questions. Number 1, does your model have any defense at all against trending misinformation? 2, can you actually remove this gossip gravity from your data sources after it's already in there? And 3, do you even have a system that tells you when the internet has taught your model something it never ever should have learned? Because if the answer to any of those is no, you don't really have AI governance.
And all of this brings us to the final, really critical question this whole thing forces us to confront. Look, this was a pretty low-stakes, gossipy meme about 2 people at a concert. But if something this simple can so easily rewrite an AI's reality, what happens when the next viral event isn't a joke, but a calculated, malicious lie designed to influence an election or a market or a public health crisis? That's the question we need to solve, and we need to solve it fast.